My name is Duffy Counsell, and I am on the team that has the privilege to put together the Grandaddy of Em All each year, Leadville Championship Ski Joring. This year's 77th event is planned for Saturday and Sunday, March 1st and 2nd. First horse will hit the avenue right about noon. Typically lasts a couple of hours throughout each of the days, and we're really excited to pack historic Harrison Avenue with thousands of cheering spectators once again. Yeah, registration, we like to keep things old school in Leadville, and because of where we're poised, we kind of insist on seeing the whites of the competitors' eyes before we sign them up to do what they're going to do on Saturday and Sunday. And so registration every year is at the Elks Lodge, 123 West 5th Street, on Friday night. Typically, folks will register for the whole weekend. It starts at about 5 o'clock, and we'll do it until it's done. Similarly, on Saturday, after the awards, if there's any changes, or any folks who'd like to go for a snowmobile run on Sunday, we'll do a short registration after awards at the Elks. Usually it's like 6 o'clock or so. But registration in person, Elks Lodge, Friday night, February 28th. Be there 5 o'clock. We always strive to follow suit with the way we've done it here in Leadville for decades, which is to have a snowmobile division for those skiers who remain unmatched, meaning that they couldn't find a horse and rider to partner with. They'll ski in the snowmobile division, $40 entry fee for that. We still pay out the winners. And then you've got the return of the sport and the open division. Sport for more your beginner skiers and riders, competent skill level, but not quite as advanced as the closest to a pro division we offer would be the open division. Your most experienced riders, fastest horses, and most experienced skiers. So on Friday, the weekend kind of kicks off. We have a just tremendous amount of support we receive, obviously, in this community event from both the city of Leadville and Lake County and all their various agencies, police, fire, obviously road and bridge and street. We'll start at 4 a.m. They'll close down Harrison Avenue, Highway 24 through town, and set up the detour so that we can dump. It's literally 125 to 150 truckloads of snow from 8th Street all the way down to 3rd Street, including the runout. We'll dump that, usually be done by about 7 o'clock in the morning. Then by 9 o'clock, the Colorado Mountain College, Jason Gusas's event management class, shows up, as well as some of his cat operators. And it's a really cool scene to see the snowcat crest Capitol Hill as it's on its way down to the track. They use the Mineral Belt Trail from over at the CMC to come into town. And so that piston bully snowcat will come onto the avenue about 9 o'clock and spend a good majority of the day building the Grandaddy of Em All's ski jor track right down Main Street, 6 sets of jumps that is led by the infamous Jason Dahl. He is our course builder. I think we'll even see the legendary Bruce Stott coming to give him a hand this year. And then around 10 o'clock in the morning, we'll have several of the CMC events management class, and a horde of folks from just the community will come out to help our crew set the event fence, straw bales, safety pads on all the fire hydrants and concrete steps and curbs, and we'll line the entire avenue with the event fence that keeps the crowd off of the avenue both Saturday and Sunday. It usually takes us until about 2 o'clock. We get a couple of hours break, and then again it's right into registration at 5. So it's a pretty action-packed weekend starting at 4 a.m. on Friday, and I'll say it concludes somewhere around 6, 7, 8 p.m. on Sunday. I think as big a feat is when the event is done, everybody back out to the avenue, city and county, front-end loaders, dump trucks, and our crew to remove all the event fence and course padding and safety equipment, as we've got to have Harrison Avenue, Highway 24 through town, back open by 6 p.m. per our permit. I think one of the favorite things I like to tell folks, if you drive through Leadville, Colorado at about 6:30 on Sunday after ski joring, aside from maybe a little tinge of horse pucky or some straw blowing around, you might never even know the event happened. So, for the 77th, I'm really looking forward to, great question, a lot of folks ask, and sometimes things materialize in these last few weeks, so you never know what you're going to see at Leadville Ski Joring. But I think I've been given the message, I'm trying to have just a good old-fashioned, high-value, historic value Leadville Championship Ski Joring for the 77th. I want to see nice weather, nothing too cold, no snowy, no crazy. Everybody has fun. We're anticipating a huge crowd this year. As far as city council and permit, I've never suspected or been apprehensive about any of the process with city. They've changed some of the ways that they do their temporary use permits, and have told me that they probably aren't going to issue any more of the 3-year or multi-year permits. Quite frankly, I would go and appear before city council on a yearly basis anyways, just to gauge their feedback. Are there any constructive criticisms or opportunities for improvement? So I had that meeting with city council a couple of weeks ago. They had a couple of conditions they'd like to see us perform, and we've concluded those. I would anticipate we'll get approval for our temporary use permit for this year and for certainly the years to come. There have been a couple of years, only one in the past. This will be my 9th year helping organize the event. And it was within the last, 3 or 4 that we had to scout a little further than where we normally harvest our snow from. I like to tell folks there are secret locations up in the mines of Leadville. We've been storing snow for over 50 years. We'll make it. We'll get enough snow. I'm confident that the ski jor gods and Jody Manley, who smiles down on us, will send us that white, fluffy stuff we need from the sky. But we've got a couple of areas around our community identified. We really strive to take the most virgin snow we can. Obviously, we take great pride in how white the Leadville Ski Joring track has been historically. And again, striving to find the best snow for our track that hasn't been used or moved, as there is a lot of snow science that goes into building that track and getting it as firm, especially the horse track, as we can. I'm a really big fan of first-year events just because of you can smell the pandemonium. Everybody's nervous. Every competitor is a track virgin. Nobody's ever rode that track before. And the event organizers, you think you know what you're doing, but sometimes you don't. And kudos, hats off to Estes Park. That was one of the biggest first-year events I'd ever seen. For me, it's really neat. And I've been affiliated with this ski joring community now for close to 2 decades. There's 36 to 40 events planned for this season. You never know what to expect. Unfortunately, Meeker at the beginning of the winter season had to cancel their event because we just didn't have enough snow in that area. You got, just in Colorado alone, I think there's 8 events. We love seeing our friends to the north at Banff and Ski Jor Do, the notorious ski joring and fondue festival. They all kind of have their own angle on this. Where in Canada you'll see almost an exhibition parade of just beautifully adorned riders and horses pulling a skier down a track into an aerial jump. And I don't know that they make a contest out of it, but a lot of show-off in Canada. They really like bringing out their gear and their duds. As far as Leadville goes, we take a great amount of pride in being archaic and celebrating our history as arguably the cornerstone of this whole crazy sport we call ski joring, and are proud to see several other events out pushing the boundaries and finding their own identities to create some variety in this sport we love so dearly. But Leadville is a bit refined in its way we do the event. We intentionally do things old-fashioned to celebrate the past and remind everyone where this has come from. And certainly looking forward to decades of hosting the greatest ski touring event in the country, in the greatest arena in the country, with the greatest fans in the country. That's what makes Leadville Ski Joring most special, is how this community comes out for it. Whether it's supporting it on the front end, helping to strike it on the back end, filling roles, always what can I do to help? And you're seeing different champions emerge each year, whether it's helping with the Lions Brat tent or the sale of merchandise or just overall track management. It's something I think a lot of us really take a high level of pride in because of how proud our community makes us feel with what we do. Yeah, so again, everybody, Leadville Ski Joring, the Granddaddy of Em All, goes off for its 77th time since 1949, a tradition like no other in this iconic high mountain town on Saturday and Sunday, March 1st and 2nd. Can't wait to see you all on the Avenue this year. If you need more information, check out www.leadvilleskijoring.com or our Facebook page, Giddy Up, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.